Shalom again, I family. Your brother Lidj Yefdi-Yefdeyah, Yohannis, wolde Immanuel here, and just giving another, update as we continue to prepare for our, our Passover prep. So, and again, shout out to all of I and I family, Rastafari Groundation, LOJ Society, of course, on the blogtalkradio.com. Hopefully, I and I will be able to address some more issues and. Mostly on world issues and local issues as well, just coming forward as we continue to prepare, for our High Holy season. And, of course, just to, second the notion of I and I Rebbe for bringing forth the more the Shabbaton, for our Rastafari Ethiopian-Hebrew observation of Pesach, Fasika, and our High Holy season, and just taking a Selah moment, taking a well needed Shabbat for this time, for I and I on the DSR, this discipleship radio, as ones would know, and who continuously and faithfully tune in. We give so much thanks for all of you continuing to support I and I. But I have to I warn our main the brother again for bringing that up, as even Sister Mary Rose had to, send a little link and confirm with I and I that we would be observing the Shabbaton, because ones and ones have become so accustomed, of course, to us, making a broadcast, coming forward and reasoning upon it. It was very needed to take a Selah moment, and even with I and I, so much has been going on. Had been looking. Forward to linking with ones and ones, of course, in Ethiopia, with so much going on, even on that side of I and I landscape, and seeing if the eye would be able to forward again and Aliyah once again for Pesach, but of course are still in the works, and we'll look forward to addressing that, of course, for the URZ, the Upper Room of Zion, just in a few hours. And a few Iowas coming forward here for this day. But I have to, of course, again, shout out to I and I, our brethren, our repatriated brethren, Haile Jesus. The I had, of course, linked with the I not too long ago, just mentioning about the happenings in Gambela. If ones haven't known about that, of course, they should, just make a link forward about that for ones and ones, and just to find out the issues and the things that have been going on the border, not this time with Eritrea, but on the South Sudan border, so more west, west and in the western section of Ethiopia. But of course, just so much going on, brothers and sisters. Even today, as we speak, is the commemoration of Abba Kadus, his visitation, to I and I Benjamite brothers amongst the Levites, and of course the Judahites of Jamaica. So I mean, just so much to give thanks, even in the midst of what seems to be so much trouble in the world, as Brother Yohannis Selassie would say from one of the relics, but another commemoration, for I and I Rastafari and the Beta Israel, Ethiopian-Hebrews. And again, I have to shout out again a sister Ahite Beji Berhane of Beta Israel of North America. Ones and ones will find a link to the sister's site and her organization for many of the Ethiopian Jews who are here amongst I and I. Mostly in the northeast New York area, uptown in Harlem. So if ones and ones are able to, link forward, if you're in the area, if you're able to, make that trod and celebrate with I and I brothers and sisters, of course, from the east, and really get that fullness of celebrating with ones and ones distant relatives, as even Brother Yohannis Selassie's son, Damian Jr. Gong Marley, and one of I and I's acclaimed hip hop artist Nasir Jones mentioned on their album just a few years ago that would definitely raise I and I's irate, so. And I think that the ones and ones of Bina, Beta Israel of North America, they're around the St. Nicholas Ave in uptown Harlem, as ones would know it from such a time, especially amongst the Harlem Renaissance and the Harlemites of that period of time. I and I's own family member had made that trod some years ago amongst many of the Afro Americans. Just seeking a different way of life, and of course with some tribulations, some trials to go through, but ones and ones had made some things happen during that time in Harlem, New York, Manhattan. But again, now, brothers and sisters, just to big up, all of I and I family. It's so much that I can continue to speak on in so many ways, but really just giving so much thanks to Abba Father for this time and all of the doors and the opportunities that He is opening up to I and I again, continuing to, just walk by faith and of course exceed in doing the works and really just push forward. There's nothing more for I and I to do but to continue to endure, family, because this is such a special time. And this is, just the reason for the season for I and I to continue in I and I faith when so many are becoming discouraged and really, I don't want to say falling off, but they're certainly hanging by a thread, So just to continue to encourage the eye to push forward, Iva, and keep, just the spirit and the will of His Majesty in and through Yeshua HaMashiach within one's heart and mind. So this is, just another point to bring forward. And of course, mentioning for Pesach, Fasika, ones and ones, of course, should, of course, amongst the family, revisit our Rastafari Foundation or LOJ Society and brush up again, on Rastafari Haggadah, Ethiopian-Hebrew Rastafari Haggadah. So for ones and ones, there are many Haggadahs, just like there are many Talmuds that ones and ones have been coming across in their studies. We have the Babylonian Talmud, the Jerusalem, Yerushalmi Talmud. But of course, for I and I Rastafari, Kibber Nagest is the cornerstone, of I and I Talmud, Talmudim. So if ones and ones will get into their studies, it's so much that continues to come out, and we'll, of course, expand on this going forward. But just to make some mental notes, and for ones and ones, of course, who will fact check and do these things, on their own spare time and their, meditation times. These are some good, notes to start with. And again, family, just as I and I is preparing, for, another gathering for URZ, our Upper Room of Zion, we continue in our own works amongst the Rastafari Renaissance, and a big shout out to all of the bloggers and the blogosphere and ones and ones and, the relics and the music, the singers and players of instruments, and ones continuing to find their niche, wherever that might be or whatever talents they might have, and bring forward and just glorify, His Majesty, Rastafari, in every way. And this, so much that I continue to say on these points. But again, family, I just, I greet thee with shalom and a salamta, tena yistalin, and melkam fasika, chag sameach, Pesach, and be blessed in all of the eyes works, and let the Father, Abba Kadus, continue to bless and keep you. Shalom.